Can you fellows please tell me who you are and what it is that you make?
Well, I'm Casey Richwine, and we are Straightaway, and we make bottled, ready-to-drink cocktails and wine spritzes.
And who's that other guy?
I'm Cy, Cain, and Ditto. And actually, from that very vantage point Casey's sitting in is where the first batches of Straightaway got made.
That's true. This was my dining room. We made many a batch right here.
So why do you make what you make?
Well, I think it started because we were lazy and didn't want to mix cocktails all night, and we didn't get to enjoy being with friends and enjoying the evening. But I think it evolved to, bring people together with a great drink wherever they are. You don't have to be a great bartender or even be at the bar to enjoy a high quality cocktail.
Sorry, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think it was, born in necessity. We were just cocktail nerds and giant fans. Like, we were the fanboys that would pull up a bar stool on the other side of a great bar. And that's how we gained our acumen, is through trial and taste. And so we kind of backed our way into bartending acumen. But for us, it just was a passion project. It was just, for me personally, I just love all the different ways you can make a drink and all the different paths amazing bartenders take to produce that alchemy in a cup. And we want to honor that and allow other people to enjoy it as easily as you can enjoy beer or wine.
Well, we appreciate it. So what makes Straightaway and what you guys do different? And, so why should people care about what you're doing?
You can take this one, question.
Hand off the hard questions, sure. Well, I think essentially why people should care, I think that anytime there's a solution, a life hack that makes life better or easier, it's like, why do we not walk 14 miles to go to the grocery store? Because we can ride a bike or we can drive in a car now. And I think there's an evolution in everything. And I think this is an evolution in how we consume a great cocktail is you allow someone else to make an amazing cocktail for you, just like you rely on an amazing vintner or beer maker to make you an amazing wine or beer. No one's expecting you to stomp all the grapes at the party right in front of them and then let the grapes age and then bottle it and then pour it for them, and we don't have to grow hops and roast them right in front of people when they come over that night, but we're all expected to be masterclass bartenders the second someone shows up. So I think for us, like, that feels totally arbitrary and if you can enjoy those other great drinks just as easily as having a can opener or a corkscrew, we want to meet people where they are. Like, you can have a proper cocktail in that same fashion, and let's make it easier to have that drink.
So awesome. Shifting gears a little bit. Do you have anything that's been surprising in a positive way from the last few months of life being very, very different?
Personally, professionally, I think learning your spouse is a superhero working at home and taking care of kids and doing homeschool all at the same time. Not necessarily surprising, but it's been fairly amazing to watch.
What about you, Cy?
Yeah, I think, on a personal level, like, resilience really keeps showing up. Both from our team at Straightaway and within our own family life. It's a lot different for kids in school right now. And my daughter happens to be going into her senior year and just dealing with all these curveballs that are getting thrown at her and, not just losing it. I'm pretty proud of her resilience. And, like Casey was talking about, Allison, it's like we're all trying to figure out our path through this deck of cards that's been thrown our direction. But also it's been really interesting from the Straightaway standpoint, where the team has figured it out. They've all come together. I think it's been a really nice brain break for all of us to be able to go to work and do something that's productive and growing. And we're making something that people really love right now. And I think that's been also important for all of our mental health.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think Straightaway has been important to our mental health in many ways. So, you're, I think, doing a service to the society is social services at this point.
Right.
I'm speaking for myself. So do either of you have, or both of you have, hobbies that have helped you during the, this time?
Man, hobbies would be great, wouldn't they? I mean, being in a startup and having 2 small kids, I can't wait to have hobbies again. I kind of turned my hobby into a business. So I think music maybe has probably been the main escape for me. Firing up the hi-fi and cocktail in the evening and chilling out has probably been the biggest thing, just to try to unwind a little bit and get away from it as much as you can.
Yeah, for me, golf is a big outlet, and just being able to get outside and walk and be in the sun and take my brain off stuff. It's, I'm not doing as much as, obviously, to Casey's point, it's not super easy to find that time these days, but on a weekend day, once a week, getting out there and doing that makes a huge difference for me personally.
Yeah, just a little break. So Casey, that was a good segue. Do you guys have have you had a soundtrack? Something you've been listening to that?
Usually whatever the kids request. I'm kind of all over the place.
Baby Shark or?
Luckily, no. Luckily not that. But I'm kind of all over the place on music. I seem to always kind of gravitate back to Van Morrison, and been listening to a lot of that lately. So that's probably the biggest one.
His kids have sophisticated music taste.
They are bougie.
It isn't the standard fare at the Richwine household.
Sai, do you have anything you've been listening to more than other stuff?
Well, it's funny because I think that's one of the fun things about being a parent is your kids keep you young that way, and they're bringing stuff in the house that you might not have ever listened to. And so we've been listening to a lot of Dua Lipa.
Oh yeah, my kids are loving that one too. I get that a lot.
That's been really good. And I think too, it's interesting, like with COVID, people were kind of going back to comfort foods and things that they knew and they liked. And I feel like we're going back to some of our musical roots. So I find that I'm going back to a lot of my White Stripes and Tribe Called Quest roots and playing a lot of that these days, just kind of going back to the old stuff.
I'm going to make I've been, talking to different suppliers. I'm going to make a list of what everybody's been listening to, and it's been really interesting. There's actually it's reminded me of stuff I've gone back and listened to, and I've heard some new things. I was, what the latest was a Mongolian rock band.
Awesome.
Never thought I would ever see that on YouTube, but I did, and it's pretty cool.
You'll have to send us a link.
Yeah, I will. Last question, and I think this is probably for you guys, maybe the hardest question, but do you have a drink like Desert Island? If I could take one drink with me, what would it be?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what Casey's going to say here.
It's probably an old fashioned. I mean, if I'm mixing something at home, 80% of the time, it's going to be some variation of an old fashioned. I love the simplicity of it. It's only 4 ingredients. So the fun in that is how do you make it different within those 4 ingredients? So whether it's the spirit you use, type of sugar you use, different twists, different bitters. So I made one today for the team. We do a little thing on Fridays where everybody makes a cocktail. Fridays, 4:00, and clean up and cocktails. And so it was my turn this week. And so I just mixed up a tequila and mezcal old fashioned that we'll have tomorrow. So that's probably my desert island drink if I have one.
Yeah, I might be right now. I might say an Americano or a Mari Spritz, like a Mari soda. I don't know if it's the summer heat or just where my palate's gone off to these days, but I can't seem to drink enough of those.
All right, well, fair enough. That's enough to get me thirsty.
How about you? What's your drink?
Yeah.
It's a Negroni.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hard time ordering anything else. I mean, I'll drink other shit, of course, but it's just one of those, like, if I'm going to make, like you're saying, like, if I'm going to make a drink, it's probably going to be that drink, you know?
Yeah.
So awesome, you guys. We really appreciate it. You know, it's fun. It's really fun to sort of meet you properly, Casey, and great to see you, Sai. And you know, we appreciate the time. So
Yeah.
off you go. Thank you.
Liz,
Right.
thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Okay.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
Ciao.